Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast. Keep that same energy from your host, Justin P, and from my MVP, being now a co host, the man, the myth, the legend, the villain, or the vigilante, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. This is episode 255 for the YouTube version. For the audio version, it's season 6, episode 25. Like I said, we've been doing this for 4 years now, 4 years and counting and more. So, keep tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Right underneath it, that below is myself and my recent social media platforms. So, you can always, check us out, check us out there if it's some stuff you feel like we're not talking about as far as sports related or non sports related. Like I said, we talk about everything here. That's why I removed sports stuff out the name, and just let it keep the same energy podcast. Could be talking about everything. But right underneath it, man, my recent social media platforms is the links to the audio, to the audio platforms. If you can't watch live, you can tune into it on your way from home, from work, on your way to work, while you're working out, whatever. We're on everything basically. Just type in "Keep That Same Energy" podcast with Justin P. And like I said, and all the available links that we're on, it'll pop right on up. So today we got some pretty good topics as always. Maurice is going to narrate the show. So without further ado, here's the man, the myth, the legend, my co-host, your co-host, the villain or the vigilante, whichever you prefer, Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. Yay, yay!
What's good, family? What's good, family? As always, man, it feels good to be back, man. Another great episode, another great week of living. And we already know, man, it's football time. And of course, when it comes to this show, we're gonna hit you with some opinions because what I think matters and what he thinks matters. And of course, we're gonna hit you with some feelings because I get emotional every single time I talk about Penn State, the Giants, and even the Ravens. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter unless we hit you with the facts. And that's a fact, Jack, because he forgot that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I'm sorry, I'm doing something. That's a fact, Jack. Yeah, I was doing something real fast. Sorry.
Uh,
Go ahead, Maurice.
topic number one. We've been seeing what's going on in the NFL and in the NBA plenty of times. We just seen recently the Ravens Bills game. One of the fans basically assaulted D Hop, and a fan basically assaulted Lamar Jackson. He pushed him back. And I brought this up because Russell Westbrook made stress this a long time ago. I think when he was on the Rockets, of how these players are getting disrespected on a regular by fans. Even the same thing with Geno Smith, what he had to deal with in the preseason. These fans are disrespectful to these players on purpose, and it's ridiculous how they do it. So my thoughts is, well, my not my thoughts. My question to you is, as I got a question for myself, what do you think the NBA and NFL should do to protect their players?
That's a great question. One, have extra, like have at least more security or more staff attendants in each section, which means you have to hire some more people, which means you want to create more jobs, which is a good thing. But yeah, you definitely and that's one. That's all you can really do, honestly. 'Cause if a person buys a seat to the game, you can't tell me they can't come in. You don't know how everybody's gonna act. So just add more security and more staff right there. Uh, that's about it. And then for the fans, man, people, I get it. We like to talk shit. It's one thing to talk shit and all that, but you shouldn't be putting your hands on the players. That's a no-no. You talk shit to them, all right, whatever, cool. They know that comes with, especially if you're a fan of the opposing team or if you're in the opposing team's team. They understand that, but never, never, ever should they be ever getting their hands put on or get anything thrown at them or whatever. That's crossing the line because, like I said, in the day, it's just a sport. So definitely, just like I said, add more, and then if it's whoever touches somebody, just and not only like I say, you just ban them from the stadium forever. Ban them. You know what I mean? Ban them. Like even if they see us a ticket, ban them. So that'll make people think twice. You spend all that money and you get banned. You can't come back. See your favorite team play or whatever. Your favorite players. Yeah. So that's honestly really it. You can do.
What you said was definitely head on for me. I'm tired of saying this. I mean, there's ways that you can get in players' heads without being over the top disrespectful. You're mentioning wives, you're mentioning kids, and all that shit. And half of y'all wouldn't even say this shit to these players in their face. Uh,
Absolutely not.
Yeah, a lot of y'all, you may talk bad about Shea Gilly, you may talk bad about Jason Tatum, but I guarantee you, if you've seen him in person, you would want to take a picture with him and you would want to autograph. So it's like you're contradicting yourself. And I know, for the love of the game, be a die-hard fan for your team. But yo, there's lines. That's why it's called basketball. That's why it's called football. That's why it's called baseball. You talk your trash between the lines, not all that extra. And please, don't put your hands on these players. Majority of these players, they're taking care of their bodies. So they're in the gym. They lifting your body weight damn near every week, damn near every day. And here you go putting your hands on these guys. And the reason why I got so mad and frustrated about it, soon as DeAndre Hopkins, and I'm glad they didn't do anything to Lamar Jackson, but as soon as DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson would have got serious and beat somebody's ass, we talking about Lamar Jackson suspended. We talking about DeAndre Hopkins getting fined, all this crazy stuff. So I think this, whatever suspension or whatever fine that you would hold the players to, you should hold these guys accountable to. Because at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson, at the end of the day, all he can do is throw touchdown passes and run touchdowns in. And that's his trash talk. Where you get to talk about his mother, his father, his grandmother. You get to throw shit on the field. And then as we saw what happens up close, you get fans putting their hands on you. That's why a lot of players, they don't jump in the fans. The only time I ever really seen that was down there in Green Bay. So I would just say this. You
Yeah,
find
that's a tradition. That's always something they're gonna always do. That's just a tradition.
Yeah, and so what I would say is, first of all, you find them to the highest level. You also ban them and make sure they can't come to any more games. And you have to put it on Front Street, not just put it on Front Street where yo you ban a person from a game. Because I think this guy he got banned from a game. You don't put it on Front Street saying like yo he got banned after it happened. No, you make it for now on your tickets. Anytime you even you bro, because you go to a lot of games, even though you would never assault nobody. On the back of them Raven tickets, it says if you contact player, you will go to jail. If you contact player, you will be fined. If you they need to have every single thing, every single stipulation on it. Because I'm getting tired of this. Because
Yeah,
it's only going to be so much that a player can do. You're asking a player to get disrespected at the highest level, but then control yourself. That's not even fair right there. There's a difference between somebody egging you on, but we talking about the highest disrespect. I even seen a couple years ago with Marcus Peters that used to play for the Ravens. He was getting ready to fight a dude in the stands because he running his mouth. And then when he got up there, the dude was being quiet. So I would just say this. Fans, go there and support your team. You can say whatever you want to say out your mouth, but not put your hands on these players if you know you wouldn't put your hands on them in real life while they're not on the field. All right.
absolutely. I agree.
Topic two. This is gonna make me feel good. Let's get in a recap of some college football games, some games that stuck out for you. Because of course, as you already know on the show, we don't go over every college game, but we go over the main games that really stuck out to us. So give me a couple games, 3 or 4 games that really stuck out to you.
Michigan and Oklahoma was a hell of a game. That was really good. Uh, Oklahoma won. I think they won by 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm,
I fell asleep at the last minute. Haynes, he busted that motherfucker, man. Like he did pretty good. Mike Haynes, that isn't Justice Haynes, whatever. Uh, Bryce Underwood, he gonna be okay, but Oklahoma with John Mateer and the new offense coordinator, that might shock some people, man. That was a heck of a game. And then Kentucky and Ole Miss, I watched that whole game. Austin Simmons had a few early picks, but he bounced off. I expect ended up finishing strong. He hit the kid with Harry Wallace and all that, and the Deshaun Scribbling, and then that kid Kyron Lacy, whatever his name is, the running back Lacy. He's a beast, man. I think it's Kyron or whatever. He
mhm.
went hard, man. Yeah, but Austin Simmons, he got it together. But and Ole Miss D line, they still got some dogs, man. And Kentucky a little better than anybody thought. That was a good game.
I said it.
Oregon beat the tar sauce of Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, they made them look like they was Morgan State or something. Beat them with 70 something, 7 something. Like that was crazy. Oklahoma State is a Power Five school. I'm like, what the hell is Mike Gundy doing down there? I might get his ass fired. Maryland looked good against Northern Illinois. Looked
Hmm.
like Washington doing his thing. Of course, we beat the snot out of Bethune Cookman. We kind of put the foot off the gas. We really could have put up 70, but Cristobal ain't that type of guy. Alabama, I think they rebounded. They won. Penn State, they won. USF beat Florida. That was at the band down 13-0. That was impressive. You know, Clemson barely struggled to beat Troy, so I don't know what's going on with them. So those are just a few games that stuck out to me.
All right, a couple games. First of all, I got to give Alabama a shout out. Way to recover, even though you beat up basically on a nobody, but way to recover. That's how you recover from an ass whooping. You come out and put up 73-0. I mean, you got to give credit where it was due. I got to give a shout out to your boys, Miami, having 2 games in a row and winning in blowout fashion. You showed that you could stay in a tough game last week against Notre Dame and then put about the ass the next week with a 45-3 win. Who else I got to put up there? You mentioned the South Florida versus Florida game. Following things I want to say. Y'all got to stop this spitting shit. It's getting way out of control. Here go another incident where you spitting on a guy. And when I go look up the history, this is the second time Florida has had a person spit in somebody. And we're not talking about, and I'm not trying to say Jalen Carter's spit was right at all. But at least Jalen Carter spit on the jersey. Y'all spitting in people's mouths and on their faces and all that. And I'm never saying it's okay to spit at all. But god damn, yo, the disrespect has got to a high level. And that's why you got that L. First of all, I would never thought that South Florida would be ranked higher than Florida, but that's what happens. Of course, my boys did their thing, a 34-0 type win. And then I got to give another credit to the other teams. I mean, come on. Ohio State put up 70 against Grambling State. Tennessee put up 72 last week against what's it, Eastern Tennessee State. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Georgia showed they dominant as always. They won 28-6. I told you I gotta give credit to the teams. They put up 77. Florida State put up 77 against Texas A&M. And
no, they didn't. Don't Eastern Texas. Don't.
My bad. Eastern Texas.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah. You just hear a lot of people look at you like, huh?
Yeah, my bad. And pretty much it was a lot of blowouts. I can't get to the next, but it was pretty much a lot of blowouts last week. Probably the biggest game out of everyone was Iowa versus Iowa State, which is I'm definitely shocked that Iowa State actually won. They won 16-13. But overall, it was a good college weekend, and I can't wait to see what happens next week overall. All right. Topic 3. Go into a couple games that you can't wait to see next week and give me predictions. Same thing how you did on the first. Was saying, give me about 3 or 4 games that you can't wait to see next week. And
hold on, I'm about to put it up right now. All right, so far I got Clemson and Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be interesting. Alabama, Wisconsin. Us versus USF. That's gonna be a good one. Top both teams are ranked. Georgia versus Tennessee gonna be good. Oregon State versus Texas Tech. Let's see what else. Arkansas versus Ole Miss gonna be good. Texas A&M versus Notre Dame gonna be good. Florida versus LSU gonna be good. Vanderbilt, South Carolina gonna be good. And Utah and Wyoming. That's what should be a good game too. And then yeah, that's it. Obviously, other games should be blowout like Texas and UTEP, Penn State and Villanova. That should be a blowout. Auburn play South Alabama. Michigan, Michigan. That should be all those should be blowouts.
Okay, for me, I'm definitely interested to see if Alabama's going to stay afloat. They going against the I call him the future Patrick Mahomes. I can't say his name right now. Riley, for Wisconsin. He definitely.
Dylan Raiola.
Dylan Raiola. You definitely see that he's trying to be the next Patrick Mahomes. He got the number. He tries to look like him. He tries to throw like him. So this is I want to see. Will Alabama keep on steamrolling, getting a win, or will Wisconsin put their name in the book? Because this will be a huge win for him if they beat Alabama. So I'm going to definitely watch that game. The next game, I'm definitely going to be having my eyes glued to. I don't know if you said this game, but Georgia versus Tennessee.
I said that.
Okay. We already know Georgia's undefeated, and we want to see if Tennessee is going to make it happen and steamroll. These are 2 powerhouse teams, good offenses. I ain't going to say too much about Tennessee defense, but I definitely want to see where it's going to go at. Next up, your boys. South Florida just beat a Florida team last week. Now they're playing another Florida team with Miami, and both of you guys are ranked. So I definitely can't wait to see how that goes on. Right now, it looks like people are playing for who's going to be the king of Florida. So I'm definitely going to be tuned into that. The next one, Texas. I think out of all the games, I think Texas A&M and Notre Dame is probably going to be the best game out of all of them. I think everybody Yeah, everybody gonna put it on the line. Everybody has to put it on the line. I don't think Notre Dame can probably lose another game the rest of the season, or they probably gonna be cooked because I looked at their schedule. It's pretty decent. You feel me? Where they could actually be kicked out of the shit and don't even have a chance for it. And then I mean that's it. I mean, and hold on. Last but not least, I want to see if Florida is going to rebound. They lost to South Florida. I want to see if they're going to rebound against LSU. And
And Death Valley, good luck.
yeah, that's what I said. I just want to
Good
see if
luck.
they rebound.
Good luck.
But as you just heard what he just said,
Good luck.
good
Good
luck.
luck. In Death Valley too, good luck. If it's in Gainesville, maybe they have a fighting shot, but not in Death Valley. Hell no.
Nah, this game is in Louisiana. So yeah, as you just
Death,
said.
like I said, Death Valley. That's what they call it. Death
Yeah.
Valley. That place to me. That's one of the hardest places to play.
Oh, trust me. I being a fan, trust me.
And I'm a DJ, and I like DJ Langway and but nah, they great. They great. 1 and 2.
Okay. So let's go and jump into these week 1 recap of the NFL, something that we both proud of. I'm gonna go any game that I want to start off with. You feel me? Just to get your mind. So the first game I'm going to start off with. What's your thoughts on the Chiefs and Chargers game?
Oh man, you picked the Chargers to win, didn't you? I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they came on and played well, man. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I thought KC was going to be a little bit more sharp and hungry after losing the Super Bowl like they did, but obviously that's wrong. I mean, it's week 1, of course. Division. They know each other. The Chargers sooner or later is going to get them. So it's like that bully that they keep picking on that kid. He gonna eventually stand up and knock the bully out. So they played great. Justin Herbert was phenomenal. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Quentin Johnson was great. Glad McConkey, RJ, Marion Hampton, and Najee was fluent. Defense looked fairly decent. Patrick did what he could do, but Travis Kelce looked like he getting a step slower, so he may retire, and then he just engaged the Taylor, so he really doesn't need to play football anymore. I guess he going to follow Tom Brady's steps, but not follow Tom Brady's steps, if you know what I mean. When you marry a woman of their type of Giselle Bundchen and Taylor Swift's caliber, like. So yeah, but that's it, man. The Chargers, man, good game plan by Jim Harbaugh, man.
What I'm gonna say is, man, Chiefs, you need to stop just relying on Patrick Mahomes right now. Travis Kelce is clearly getting old. Those other wide receivers that you have are not stepping up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing Marquise Brown drop the shit out of passes. I'm seeing wide receivers like Juju Smith-Schuster not getting open on a regular basis. I see the running game not being what it used to. I remember at one time I kind of feared Pacheco, thinking that he was going to be 1,000-yard running back and things of that nature, but because he running angry, it didn't happen. The Chiefs defense, you cannot rely on them to do everything and keep them in the game at all times. It's just not going to happen. Now let's go to the Chargers. The pick that I have going against in the AFC Championship against the Baltimore Ravens. The Chargers did exactly what they were supposed to do. They played defense how you supposed to. They got the quarterback how they supposed to. They made the tackles. Derwin James, the last couple games that he's been playing against the Chiefs, he has been locking up Travis Kelce. Man-to-man coverage, no zone, no help over the top, just them two getting it in. I got to give Justin Herbert his credit. He played well. He ran the ball when he had to. He made the throws that he needed to make. Quentin Johnson is becoming one of the he replacing Mike Williams very well. That's what I'm gonna say right there. Landon McCarthy showed this number a couple times and he caught some catches. Omarion Hampton handled his business, ran tough, ran guys over, and the guy who I do not want to leave off this list, Keenan Allen is back. Every time Keenan Allen had about 7 catches. Out of 7 catches, 4 of those, I think, 4 or 5 catches was always on third down. They kept on calling it third in Keenan last week, and then he scored that last week. So I gotta give credit on that dude. Great job by the
That
Chargers.
boy scheming like Keenan, man. He always reliable.
Yes. All right. Next up, probably the shocking and surprising game out of all of them: the Colts versus the Dolphins. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, man. I thought two of them was gonna add that secondary up, but I was clearly wrong. Daniel Jones played fairly well. Jonathan Taylor did his thing. Michael Pittman had a good game. Cam Bynum and them guys had a pick. Buxton and them played well. But Tua, man, looked like he just, I don't know, looked like I don't know. He looking like he just looked real, real bad up there. Like you got 2 all world fast receivers and you can't get the ball to them. Yeah, bro. It's the offense stuck with him too for a couple years, so I don't know. He might need to not go back to the mother and go back to Hawaii in the offseason, stay his ass in Miami and just work out and play pitch and catch with the receivers because he looked horrible, man. I know it's week one, so I'm gonna give him a little grace. No preseason played, but yeah, that wasn't a good showing by the Dolphins as a whole.
Well, for me, when I come to the it's no. I mean, I know the Colts have a solid defense, but it's no way you're supposed to have 8 points. Exactly what you said. You got two good wide receivers. You have a tight end. You have somewhat of a running game, and then you have a quarterback that actually can run. But it looks like he can only throw the deep ball. That's all it looked like he can throw. It don't look like he can throw any of them intermediate routes, nothing across the middle. It looks like he can only throw the deep ball. And when you got a team who plays the type of coverage where they don't let any deep balls get behind them, this is what's going to happen. So I'm gonna say this. I think this might be Tua last year. If he doesn't do anything on this team, he might have to go somewhere else or be out of the league. I think those concussions finally got to him. Now let me get to the Colts. Daniel Jones, I got to mention this. Daniel Jones is the first quarterback in NFL history to score on every possession that he had the ball. I didn't even know that. I thought it was Peyton. I thought it was Tom Brady. I thought it was Patrick Mahomes, Brett Favre, somebody, Dan Marino. But Daniel Jones, we ran him out of New York, which he should have been. He didn't get a fair chance in Minnesota because they didn't think he'd be the one. And then he comes down here and basically rejuvenates his career for one game. So all I'm going to say is good job, Daniel Jones. But I want to see if you're going to keep this up keep this up for the next week. Here go another shocking game. And I think this probably, and no disrespect to the Ravens Whistling game, but this was definitely up there with the best shootout of the week. Give me your thoughts on the Steelers versus the Jets.
Pretty good game, man. More points than I anticipated. I thought both of those defenses would have played a little better, but I knew it was gonna be a good game. Both quarterbacks going against their former team that they just was with last year. It looked like they just swapped bodies. I mean, just swap spots. But Justin Fields looked pretty good. Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good. It just came down to a fuck up on special teams. I missed a muff. I mean, if I'm on the kickoff by Xavier Gibson, which you got cut for, which I can't feel bad about. That's what happens. Like you said, when you don't do your job, you're out of one. You're out of one. The kicker missed extra point. So those two plays, the Jets really should have won the game. Those two plays bit him in the butt. Justin, like I said, Fields played amazing. Brees Hall ran well. Garrett Wilson was running by Darius Slay like it was nothing. You know, A Rod looked like he might eat. I am 40 plus, but I still could sling it. No Diddy, but you know, it definitely was a good game. Jalen Ramsey made that big old stop.
Yes, he
So,
did.
so yeah, he's showing he still got something left in the tank. But overall, it was a good game.
To me, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to both quarterbacks. They both played amazing. I'm looking at the stats right now. Neither quarterback had any turnovers. Uh, Justin Fields, to me, I call it a Lamar Jackson s type of game performance. You had 216 through the air. You had a passing touchdown. Then you had two rushing touchdowns for 48 yards. And then you passed the ball to everybody. Only thing I would have to say, Garrett Wilson, you got to make that catch. I understand that was a big hit. You got to make that catch because you make that catch. Not only is that a first down, you go over 100 yards on the season if you make that catch. Brees Hall did his thing, 107 yards rushing. And then I got to say this. Aaron Rodgers, you did your thing out there. I'm not going to lie, man. You did your thing out there. Me and Big Bro over there, we thought that you lost it. We thought you didn't have it. But for you to come out there with basically your best wide receiver is DK Metcalf, and you passed the ball to everybody. You passed the ball to 6 different receivers, and what was it? One, two, three, 4 different people got in the end zone. If I'm on that team, I'm happy because I know Aaron Rodgers is going to pass me the ball. The only bad thing I would have to take from this game is this. Steelers and Jets, work on your defense because this is not going to fly. This is not going to fly because I ain't going to lie. I don't think, I mean, maybe Aaron Rodgers will do it, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers will put up another great performance like this with all these less completions. I think he's going to be going against the better teams. And the same thing for Justin Fields. So great game from both guys. All right, next up, Jaguars versus Panthers. Give me your thoughts on that game.
Jaguars look like they might be back in that playoff mix. They had a down year last year because everybody was hurt. Trevor was hurt. They looking like, hey, I know everybody. The Texans won the last 2 division titles. Don't forget, before that, it was us.
Mm,
Trevor was hurt, so but they looking like they getting back. And Travis Hunter, he doing what he doing on both sides. But it looked like that defense balling. Josh, Hines Allen doing his thing. Trayvon Walker, like I said, man, them guys they flying around. Man, old Okawan, the linebacker, he playing. Darius Savage made some plays. Bryce and them, they gonna be okay. They just got to put some more talent on that defense.
okay.
Uh, so they, but the Jaguars looking like, hey, don't just get the division to the Texans just yet.
All right, this is what I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna give it Trevor Lawrence did what he's supposed to do, distribute the balls to the right way. But the main reason why they won is because of Travis Etienne Jr. I mean, he ran all over them boys, getting the job done. Another thing I got to add to, I'm not gonna lie, I'm wait until the season go off. I'm gonna wait till about week 5 to see if Travis Hunter's gonna continue. Travis Hunter played corner, didn't give up any catches, but he also played wide receiver, had 6 catches for 33 yards. So he's showing people that he can do it, but let's that was against the Carolina Panthers. Now, what I will say this: are we not we, but as the NFL or Carolina Panthers, are you setting Bryce Young up the field? I mean, literally, he has nothing. I mean, it's hard for Bryce Young to get 200 yards passing in a game. He has no wide receivers. He has no help. I mean, at all. So all I'm gonna say is, man.
I'm not gonna say that their offensive line gotta get better because he got Torian McTillen and Xavier Leggett, them two first round picks, and then Jalen Coker and the
Oh,
kid Sanders. They have some. The line
okay.
just gotta give them more time.
Oh, all right. Because I was about to say, because I'm looking at it right. Well, first of all, I thought Hunter Renfro was
I
out the
said
league.
they took. Yeah, no, he back. They say he was looking good too. No,
Yeah, he had 2 catches.
but they, yeah, they went receiver back to back for a reason. So yeah.
Yeah. So as I said, kind of what you just said, O-line, you need to do something to help your boy out because I'm not gonna lie. Right now, it's looking like Bryce Young is gonna fail. He looking like as like Case Keenum or one of those guys, like one of the worst Panthers quarterbacks of all time. Give him some help right away. All right, the next game that we're gonna talk about: Cardinals and Saints. Cardinals and Saints. Give me your thoughts on that game.
The Cardinals defense, man, they look really good. I don't know who's their defensive coordinator, but they look real good over there. Will Johnson coming up smacking folk, Max Melton, Sean Murphy Mountain, Marvin Harris looking like he's finally ready to live up to that draft status. Kyler look comfortable. James Conner, Trey Benson, the Cardinals, man, look like they could be a sneaky team to win the division in the West.
For me, I would just say like this: the Saints quarterback, you gotta get some more help from your wide receivers, and you gotta make better passes and longer passes. I mean, everything that he was throwing was short. None of his wide receivers have a catch over 10 yards. Basically, everybody averaging 7 to 8 yards, 5 yards a catch. You can't have that when you talking about you got wide receivers, especially my man Chris Olave, and people know how I feel about him. And I mean, Alvin Kamara, he one of the greatest running backs of all time that never run for 1,000 yards. We finally got to get you over 1,000 because this 11 for 45 touchdown is cool for fantasy, but we need you to contribute more. And then I'm gonna say like this: I mean, it really came down to the fact that Kyler Murray didn't turn the ball over at all. He didn't do much in the passing. He only had 163, 2 touchdowns, and it was good to see Marvin Harrison getting the end zone. And shout out to McBride, the tight end. He definitely coming up as one of the top tight ends in the league. But good job nonetheless. But I would definitely want to see more from the Saints if they talk about competing for a playoffs. The next, me, this was the worst game out of all the games that was played this week. It might be the Cleveland Browns and Bengals, but to me, the New York Giants versus the Washington Commanders was the worst game out there. Give me your thoughts on that.
That's in my opinion. I mean, I guess if you want to depend how you look at it, but the Giants defense gave the Giants a lot of opportunities. Russell Wilson, man, dog, man, it might be time you go and wrap this thing up, man. You got your Super Bowl. You probably won't be a first ballot Hall of Fame, but I think you'll get in because your numbers are good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you haven't, bro. It's time to go ahead. Let Justin, that snaps Jackson Dart can be playing and getting playing experience because he can't do no worse. Can't do no worse, man. Like Malik Neighbors probably in that bitch gotta go see a therapist. Cause like, well, he, you know what I mean? Because it's like that kid is electric and he can't get the ball thrown to him consistently because it erratic quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? So, right, yeah, man. Go ahead, Russ. Go ahead, just go ahead, let the young boy play, man. Just be a quarterback slash coach and help him out with your knowledge. But it's just the game. You ain't got it no more, brother. As soon as you left Seattle, that magic slowly left you, man. Like, cause yeah, it ain't it, man. That Giants defense did everything they could, man. But once you can't score, and you got a quarterback like Jaden Daniels that was side, he's gonna eventually score. But good win for the Commanders to go 1-1 in the division.
Well, and the funny thing is that you said what you said. I'm going. The reason why I call this besides the Bengals and Browns game, the reason why I call this the worst game because both quarterbacks let their defensive downs. And the reason why I say that, there was no way that the Washington Commanders defense was playing that good and they didn't blow us out. They were supposed to have more points than that. I mean, I'm gonna give credit to my defense, my Giants defense, for doing what they're doing. But the Washington Commanders kept giving the ball back to Jalen Daniels over and over again, to the point where I ain't gonna lie, I thought they was gonna put up like 35 on us, because I'm like, damn, we can't move the ball. Damn, we keep punting. Damn, we can't even get in field goal range. So I actually thought that they was going to do more. Thank God that the Giants have this defense. Now, let me go to Russell Wilson. Russell, this game was 6-14 for damn near 4 quarters. 6-14. That's not even no debate. 6-14. Till finally it took, like, all right, Joe, we can't do no more. We're running out of gas on defense. We're doing everything we can to stop you. I mean, come on. Even a dual Carter showed flashes. He had a block punt. I don't know if that counts as a block punt when he tipped it and it went a couple short yards. But either way, the point that I'm making is, your defense did everything it was supposed to do. And I ain't gonna lie, we could have scored a touchdown. He missed Darius Slayton wide open on one of them little end around plays. He was wide open. That was an easy walk-in touchdown. We talking about, if you throw that touchdown pass, now the score is 13-14. We probably go for 2. But it's 13-14. It's a different ball game. You probably even played better, Russ, and the defense probably played even better. So the reason why I call it the worst game is because both defenses played lights out and outstanding, but neither quarterbacks gave them enough. Well, Jalen Daniels did enough for his team to win, but I was expecting Jalen Daniels with that defense to at least put up like 30 and 40. And then I ain't gonna lie, Russell, all that help that your defense was giving you, you should at least tie the game up. Next up, this probably was the comeback game of the week. Bucks, the Bills and Ravens, but Bucks versus the Falcons. Give me your thoughts.
Oh, what a game, man! What a game. The Falcons pissed it away though. They were up, you know. I mean, Bijan was killing. Michael Penix was in the groove. Drake London was doing some things. They gotta utilize Cal Pitts more, cause that's a secret weapon, man. Boy, big as shit can run. Like, you know, they gotta find a way to use him, man, cause he is a problem. Baker, man, Baker played great, man. He didn't turn the ball over once. You know, that's his only knock. Baker like to, gunsling it, turn it over a little bit. But no, he didn't make no turnovers. Mike Evans made some catch. Goddamn, Emeka Ibuka, man, Ohio State wide receiver factory. Damn, and LSU, boy, whew, boy, them two schools, they put him out, don't they? So yeah, he wasn't hand, man. Like I said, when they get Chris Godwin back, man, it's gonna be even scary with Jalen McMillan. Yeah, but the Bucks defense made plays when they needed to. Michael Penix tried to stretch the ball out. He was short. But yeah, the Falcons pissed. They blew a golden opportunity. Even though they swept them last year, that don't matter. Last year,
Mm-hmm.
Bucks like, nah, dog, that ain't happening this year.
All right. For me, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna talk about both teams at the same time. First of all, both, if you expecting to go to the playoffs or go deep in the playoffs, y'all gotta get the running game. I mean, this is ridiculous. Baker Mayfield led the team in rushing for the Bucks. Ridiculous. The Falcons, the most rushing yards you had was 24 yards. Ridiculous. As you said, you got Mike. You got to find a way to get the ball to Drake London some more. You got to find a way to get the ball to Kyle Pitts. How your running back lead the team in receiving yards? Now, granted, it was that big run and all that shit, but that's who it was. You got to get these guys more involved. 27 for 42. That ain't all that. But you had 298 yards, so I give you that. But overall, Baker Mayfield, great job. You are known as the modern day Brett Favre, being a turnover king. However, one thing I can say about you, you do have clutch moments, and that was definitely clutch. You got the ball back like the defense gave it to you, and you came straight down there and got the game-winning touchdown. So I gotta give credit where it's due, and I gotta give a shout out too, because Baker Mayfield is definitely my quarterback on my fantasy team. Now, here
Same
we
here.
go.
I got him. I got him in one of my leagues.
Oh, all right. Now here we go with this might be the worst game, and I can't wait to tell you why I think it's the worst game. Bengals, Browns. Give me your thoughts.
Defensive struggle. The Bengals defense played great, man. I ain't caught. Yeah, it might not have been not. It might not have been against a great offense, but still, it's a good confidence booster. Remember last year, Joe Burrow, like, damn, if I don't put up 42 points, I ain't even got a shot to win. Now he like, I put up 17 and win. It's just a good confidence builder. They played great. Miles Garrett and them, he did what he did. He wrecked the game as always, knocking motherfuckers out the game, just being disruptive. Great game, man. Like the Browns kicker pissed it away though. So great low. That's why I say it's good to see those old school defensive battles sometimes. You don't need to see 45 42-35 8 week.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell y'all why I say this the worst game in the week. Jimmy, I'm gonna throw a couple stats out there. Number one, Bengals. How you just said, Bengals. You hold a team to 16 points. There was no way that Joe Burrow wasn't supposed to be putting up 40 against the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns got some solid
Yeah,
defensive
I'm about
players.
to say, don't act like them niggas ain't got no all pros on the defense. I get what you trying to say, but
No,
no.
I'm not saying that. But
Denzel Ward, Miles, and yeah, they got some dogs on defense.
yeah,
Only thing that's holding them back is inconsistent quarterback play.
yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But we know who Jamar Chase is. We know who T. Higgins is. We know who that running back
for
Brown
sure.
is. We know who Joe Burrows is. And these guys didn't even put up half of what they do. Both of these guys were super on lockdown. When I say super on lockdown, the Browns only gave up what I think was 7 total yards in the fourth quarter on defense.
Yeah,
7
they played
total.
great. They played great.
So that's what I gotta say.
Miles Garrett basically turned into Super Saiyan and say, you know what, y'all ain't great, just run over top of us.
Yeah, and that's why I said Bengals, you got to do more. Bengals offensive line, you got to do more. They even showed Myles Garrett get 2 sacks in a row that basically kept them in the game. So that's right there. Now, here's where I go with the Browns, where I got to say something about the Browns. Browns, you hold the Bengals to 17 points. You gave Joe Flacco the ball enough times for Joe Flacco to do what he do, and it didn't happen. But I can't blame everything on Joe Flacco. Want me to tell you why? Joe Flacco threw 2 interceptions last week. Both of the interceptions he threw, the wide receivers dropped the ball.
Right.
Both interceptions. Another thing I can't blame on Joe Flacco. Did you know that the Browns field goal kicker missed 3 field goals? He missed the one to give him 17.
Yeah.
He missed 2 more field goals to put him up. So that's why I say, man, this was a floppy, disrespectful game to both quarterbacks and to both franchises. Because how you gonna have your defense, as you said, how you gonna have your defense playing that good and the offense ain't gonna give you nothing in return? And I ain't gonna lie, just like how you talk about that guy who got fired for the on the Jets game, it's no reason why the Browns kicker should not be fired in week 1. Next game, Patriots versus the Raiders. Give me your thoughts on it.
Man, Pete Carroll does it again, man. He always find a way to light a fire in his team, man. Because we look at this Raiders team on paper, you like a few players here and there, but the Patriots just stopped them. They didn't, man. They came out, played good defense. Gino played great, got the ball to Brock Bowers, Jake Beck, my man Jacoby Miles, Trey Tucker, Amari Cooper retired. I guess he said, "Fuck it, I ain't got it in me no more."
Mm.
Ashton Gentry stat wise didn't have a great game, but he got in. He got 2 tough touchdowns.
Yes.
And the Patriots is missing Christian Gonzalez because them receivers was getting them like crazy. They still, and Pete Carroll say he's still trying to bring in another receiver too to help out. So that Raiders gonna be a sneaky team, man. They already be playing the Chiefs tough. Now they got a coach that's just as good as Andy Reid. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You got Pete Carroll, Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, the same division.
You're right.
All of them have won a Super Bowl or been to a Super Bowl. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I got a question for you before I go there. Do you have Brock Bowers as the best tight end in the league?
Currently, yes. You have to be able to.
Totally agree with you on that. Now, the first thing I'm gonna say is it
may be a little tad bit premature, but he could still producing every week. So
yeah, the fuck he is. Yeah, the fuck he is.
Yeah. So yeah.
What I'm gonna say is I believe in Drake May. He was balling his.
I believe in Drake, man.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching this shit and I was like, yo, the Patriots really have a quarterback. They just need more weapons. He is really getting the shit done. He is really, I mean killing with what's my man named Hunter Henry. Killing with Stephon Diggs, who had 6 catches. Like majority of his top receivers had 6+ catches. And I'm looking like, damn. With no running game, you able to complete and get a ball to people like that, and it looked like this. The only reason why y'all lost the game is because of the one interception you do. You lost 20-13. Now let me go to the Raiders. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the Raiders was probably kind of going to lose this game, but I did pick the Raiders to win this game, I believe. However, I believe in Jacoby Myers. I ain't gonna lie. He been showing me shit for the past 2 years. The boy had 8 catches for 97 yards this week. Who is this fast guy? Trey Tucker. Oh my God.
I told you, kid. Yeah, he fast. He went to Cincinnati. He fast as a bitch.
Boy, burnt the shit out the guy on this touchdown. And then, oh my goodness, Brock Bowers. It's official, man. To me and
Brock Bowers.
My bad. I said I'm looking right at.
And don't forget the other tight end, the beast too, Michael Mayer. He a beast too.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. This dude right here is bottom line to me the best. What's name? Best tight end. To get open on a regular. I'm not gonna lie. This just in my opinion. If I can't have Isaiah Likely, give me Brock. That's exactly how I'm feeling this year. I'm not going.
Right.
This guy gets open every single time, ridiculously. And then I would just say, man, shout out to the boy Geno Smith. Geno Smith is balling his ass off. I wanted to call Geno Smith, write him off as a bum, but he definitely balling his ass off. So I gotta give credit right there. All right, let me see. The next we got unless you want to do all the games.
I mean, we just gotta make it quick.
All
Well,
right.
how many more games to go?
Who do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, 6 games to go.
Oh,
No, matter of fact, we just gonna break it down to this: the major games that stuck out. All right, so the major games to me.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
All
We
right,
gotta do the
first
predictions.
game that stuck out to me. What's your thoughts on the Texans losing at the last minute against the Rams?
Oh man, be like that, man. I told you that Rams defense for real. And like I said, and then they had to go cross country. They played well, but I didn't see that last play. But I just know I picked the Rams, and I knew that defense would be a problem.
Okay. The same thing I feel here. The Rams is my pick to go to the NFC Championship against the Detroit Lions. Hope Detroit can make it there. But great job. I mean, both defenses played lights out. Again, here's where defense played lights out, and I wanted more from the quarterbacks. But great punch out by the linebacker, great recovery, and close the game up. The next game, what we gonna do? We're gonna do Vikings and Bears. I want you to tell me about the future of the NFL because both of these quarterbacks was showing me some things out there.
Yeah, they both look good, man. JJ had the early pick six. After that, got to be given. I fell asleep after that, but I woke up, saw the stat line, said he ended up having a decent game for his first start in 2 years, basically almost 2 years. Pretty good. And Caleb, he got a little bit more maturing to do, but the talent is there. But see them two for the next 10 years, it's gonna be fine.
Same.
And Jordan Love in that division. I don't know who the Lions quarterback will be because Goff could probably play a couple more years after that. Because he already in his 30s.
I will say this. It was a great game by both guys. They showed their ass. The only thing I would say is it's a couple times where Caleb Williams should pass the ball instead of running it because when he did that, it stopped him. It was on this one play where he had 2 wide receivers wide open. He ran it, got tackled. They went for it on 4th down and got a stop, and the Vikings came back down there and score. So you got to change that. Trust your wide receivers. And then the last game that we're gonna do, the one that probably made everyone upset at home, gave him a heart attack. Your thoughts on the Bills and Ravens, and then we're going to the predictions.
All right, be quick because I can talk about this game all night. Defense, man, defense. Yes, you can talk about Derrick Henry fumbling. Yes, you can talk about should we have 1 foot on 4th and 3. Yes, you can talk about we got conservative, all that other shit. Because but we scored 40 fucking points at the end of the fucking day. I don't give a shit if we took a knee the rest of the game. That's more than enough. That's basically double the league average. Now, Ray and Rex Ryan was saying, man, you give us half of that game's over. He said, Rex, you give us 40 points, what we doing? He said, man, that game is fucking over with, bro. He said, if the offense don't give you another positive yard for us, the team ain't scoring 5 for 6 straight touchdowns on us. Sorry about that, my alarm went off. But yeah, so defense, man, they gotta play better. It's just simple, man. We had a 2 touchdown lead. Y'all supposed to brought it home. The offense did their part. Y'all supposed to did y'all's. I understand Josh Allen's phenomenal, but in the Super Bowl, the Eagles went against Patrick Mahomes, probably the best quarterback in this decade.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't shut him down. So it's like just because you go against good great quarterback, don't mean you fold like a tent. So yeah, that's my thing. Zach Orr. You man, if you don't get this shit together, brother, you might gotta go coach at Maryland or something. I don't know.
Oh shit, bro! I didn't know you was gonna say that, bro. Okay. All right. So this what I'm gonna say. I took from that shit. Everybody already know how I feel about the Ravens wide receiver shit. But even still, with me feeling the way I feel about the Ravens wide receiver shit, these guys still handle their business and still did what they need to do. That's crazy. How Lamar Jackson still was able to put up these fantastic numbers and his fantastic skill level, and all his players not showing up for him as they should always do. The Baltimore Ravens definitely have to fix this thing of why the hell y'all keep blowing 4th quarter leads and double-digit leads. You definitely have to fix that. What else I want to say? I mean, who would have thought that one of the best running backs in the league was going to fumble that ball? I mean, who really threw that? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That's when kind of the game was over right then and there when he fumbled. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody was thinking that. Everybody, when Derrick Henry got that home run, they was expecting time to be ran off or a bigger run. And to see him fumble just like that, it made me think it was cold as shit up there for him to fumble like that. But you cannot keep doing this. You cannot keep blowing these double-digit leads, and you cannot keep blowing these fourth quarter leads. So that's how I feel about that. Okay, let's get into these predictions. What it's all about right here. First game. Packers versus the Washington Commanders. Who you got?
On a short week, they're going to Green Bay and going Packers 27-24.
I'm going with the Packers to do the same thing as well. I think it's going to be a struggle between the defense. I'm going with Packers winning 20-17. Packers 27. Next game, Cowboys versus the Giants. Who you got?
I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm sorry. The Giants just get it. Undying support for them, which is fine. But yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys on that one. I'm gonna
Uh,
go. I'm gonna go 23-20 Cowboys.
yeah, I don't see shit going on with my team, so I'm gonna go with the Cowboys winning in a close game, but not close. I'm gonna go 28-17. I'm going with the Cowboys. All right, next game we got Steelers versus the Seahawks. Who you got?
Seahawks. Because the Steelers should have lost to the Jets, and Seahawks coming off a tough loss. So I am going to go Seahawks 24, Steelers 21.
This is where we differ at. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I see something. Let me see if it's completely done because I don't trust the Seahawks corners like that. And DK Metcalf going against the whole team. I'm going to go with the
I
Steelers.
get that. But I'm damn near never gonna pick Pittsburgh unless they're playing somebody that's absolutely terrible.
I give you that. But for me, I'm going with the Steelers to win in a nail biter. Let me get 23-20. I'm going with the Steelers. The next game, Rams versus the Titans.
The Titans just play so good. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Like I said, I think they gonna find a way down. But the Titans would have pulled us out. Wouldn't shock me because they play so good Sunday. I'm gonna go Rams. It's gonna be fairly tight. I'm gonna go 24-17.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed with what I see right now. With the Rams, and I seen what the Titans was trying to do. I'm gonna go with the Rams beating the Tennessee Titans. Let me get 28-20. 28-20. I'm going with the Rams. Next game, Bills versus the Jets.
So Bills versus Jets.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go with the Jets because we just I ain't because they beat us, but the Jets play so good, and they always end up splitting with always end up getting one against Buffalo. I think it's gonna be a very tight game. I'm gonna go 30-27. That Bills defense still Swiss cheese. And the Jets got enough, like they got Sauce and them guys that could make a difference and make it just that one play to change the game.
Okay, I like that. For me, what does my pick say? What do I got? I got the Bills over the Jets. I'm going to go a shootout, but a bad shootout. I'm going to go like 35-30. I'm going with the Bills. Next up, Patriots versus the Dolphins.
I think Tua bounce back. I don't think they're gonna play that bad again. Christian Gonzalez still gonna be out, so I think Tyreek Hill and them going to have some. Brian, if he gets in any trouble with his wife again, and him and Waddle going to bounce back. And Mike McDaniel, he gonna bounce back. He knew that was terrible. Him only scoring 8 points as offensive mind as he is. I got the Dolphins. I'm gonna go Dolphins. I'm gonna go 31-24. About a pretty close game.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, man. The Patriots played pretty good defense last week, and I think
they did. I just don't see Mike McDaniel having 2 back-to-back games where his offense don't only score.
Yeah,
don't score under 20. I just don't see it.
Yeah, no argument for me there. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots winning 23-20.
Okay.
Next game, Jaguars versus the Bengals.
I'm going Jacksonville, man. Jacksonville defense look good. Trevor Lawrence, playing good, man. He's not trying to let Joe Burrow beat him again. He beat him in the national championship. Like I said, the Jags defense a little better. People get credit for Cincinnati will definitely score, But Brian Thomas, you're not going against the Browns receivers are okay, but you're going against Brian Thomas and some dogs now, Travis Hunter. So I'm gonna go Jaguars. I'm gonna go 35-28 Jags.
Let me see what I got. I got Jaguars over the Bengals. I think this is going to be a better game for the Bengals, but I'm still going to go with the Jaguars. I'm going 24-17 with the Jaguars. Next up, 49ers versus the Saints.
49ers gonna beat them pretty handily. I'm gonna go 27-10.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. Probably in yeah, I'm going to go to something like that. Nah, I'm going to go 20-10. I'm going with the 49ers, 20-10. Next
Okay.
up, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, we're gonna kick the shit out of 30th anniversary, and this against the team got the team from, and we pissed off. Yeah, we're gonna win this game. I'm gonna go 31-7 Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens. Definitely bouncing back. But I'm going to go with the Ravens getting it done. Let me get 27-17. Next up,
You
Lions.
got the Browns scoring that many points? Yeah, okay, all right.
Ain't that bad. But Lions versus the Bears. Who you got?
I'm going the Bears, man. I like what I saw. They pissed it away, and the Lions offense still figuring out with the three new linemen. And I don't know who's gonna cover DJ Moore. And Jalen Johnson be back. I'm gonna go Bears 31-28 in a shootout because they both offenses going to do some things. I think that Bears defense gonna get a stop. That's gonna make the difference.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Bears defense did show me some things last week, but I think the Lions, both of these teams coming off of losses. I think the Lions are definitely going to
See,
regroup.
the Bears they blew that game. The Lions got their ass kicked, but I
Yeah,
feel you.
yeah. So I think the Lions. Let me get the Lions winning this game in a struggle, 23-20. All right, next game, Colts and Broncos. Who you got?
On the Broncos, Colts. That was fool's gold. That was more so they catching the Dolphins slipping. Denver defense for real. Like I said, they're gonna put pressure on Daniel Jones. He's gonna turn back to the boy that you know. And I wouldn't be surprised if P2 get a pick six, and then Bowden gonna have a bounce back game. Can you hear me, Maurice?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Shit. Hold on, let me back up.
Okay. Or while we waiting for him, what game are we on? We're on Broncos. Colts. I feel the same way how he feel. I actually thought the Colts would probably pull this one out, but Broncos defense, they gonna be on one. This is not the Dolphins defense, so I'm gonna go with the Broncos winning in a close game, but somewhat blowout. Give me the Broncos winning 27-17. He's still waiting to come back in. I gave you my pick with the Broncos, 27-17. Next up, Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. We pretty much already gonna know what I'm gonna go with this game because we see Panthers aren't doing anything and the Panthers aren't doing much. I'm gonna go with this one, probably being the blowout of the week. I'm going with the Cardinals putting up I'm gonna go with the Cardinals putting up 27, and I'm gonna go with the Panthers only scoring 7. Uh,
Yeah,
while you just in,
sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to cut these alarms off.
while you just tuning in, I picked the Broncos over the Colts, and then just now I picked the Cardinals. The first blow on my list, I got the Cardinals beating the Panthers 27-7. It's on you.
All right, Broncos. I'm Broncos. I got them winning 24-10. And what was the other game?
Cardinals versus.
Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the upset. I think the Carolina Panthers are gonna win because they just got embarrassed. I'm gonna go Panthers 17-14 in a weird little game.
Okay, next up, Chiefs versus the Eagles.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Casey's coming off a loss at home. Philly. I think Philly gonna run the ball on them, keep it decent. So I'm gonna go. Oh, let's go 26-23.
Now, I will say this: this could be the first time that we see the Chiefs go 0-2 in a while, but I think they're going to bounce back. This is a team that they lost to. Go with the Chiefs winning in the nail biter by a field goal. Give me 30-27. I'm going with. Next up, Vikings versus the Falcons.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons because they lost a tough one. They're gonna bounce back. I think they're gonna get at the McCarthy a little bit. Plus, they know they blew it, so I'm gonna go Falcons. 27-24.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I picked the Vikings. When I watched the little at the game report, when JJ McCarthy ran up to the huddle, he said, "With the game on the line, isn't this the only place you'd rather be on earth?" And they said when they heard him say that, they knew he was the one that was going to lead us down the field. I'm going to go with the Vikings, coming up with a strong ass win. Let me give the Vikings winning 27-17 in a strong way. I'm going to the Vikings.
In Atlanta. Okay, forever. I love Atlanta, huh?
Yeah. Hey, didn't they play in Chicago? The Vikings just played in Chicago, didn't they?
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
that's
Like,
I'm sticking with the Road Warriors.
Michael Vick getting his number retired there. That's what I said. Not number. Well, he getting. What's the name? They putting him in the ring of honor.
Okay,
So
Bucks
I think they're gonna play a little hard.
Bucks versus the Texans. Who you got?
Oh man, I'm going Houston. They coming off a loss. I'm gonna go Texans 21-14. An ugly defensive game.
One thing I can say, I do love CJ Stroud, but he does get rattled when he goes against hard hitting defenses, and the Bucks are one of those hard hitting defenses. I wish Shiloh was able to stay. However, I believe in Baker Mayfield because he's on my fantasy team. I'm going to go with this one in the nail biter, very close. Give me 24-27. I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay.
Last game on the list: Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Who you got?
Let's go Chargers. Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. They Jim Harbaugh, man. Like I said, the lack of talent at receiver is gonna hurt the Raiders. Like I said, McConkey on guys, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, Omari Hampton, Najee Harris, and like I said, the defense playing good. I'm gonna go Chargers. It's gonna be a fairly close game. I'm gonna go 27-20 Chargers.
Y'all hear me saying it now. I said, watch out for the Chargers. I want them in the AFC Championship game versus the Ravens. I would definitely love to see that shit. But I got to stick with it. I'm going with the Chargers and a great win. I'm talking about a great win, showing that they are probably going to be the best team in the NFL this year. I'm going to go with the Chargers, putting up 31 points, winning 31-20. 20. I'm going with the Chargers.
Okay.
That's the last game.
Well, everyone, great show. As always, man, Maurice always has some good stuff for you. We'll be back here, but we'll probably be back here next season. So we can recap the Monday night game. Go ahead, Maurice, do your thing.
Hey, and don't forget, everybody, we will be talking next week. I know I am. Next week, we're going to be talking about the MLB. Playoffs is getting ready to start. October is right around the corner, so I can't wait. So shout out to everybody who's an Orioles fan. Y'all tried your best. Shout out to everybody who has an MLB team. Shout out to my Dodgers. I just went to a Dodgers-Orioles game last week, actually. I got to add this one more thing in my head. Yo, that game I just went to with the Dodgers versus the Orioles, yo, that was the most historic game I ever been to in my life. Cal Ripken was there. Cal Ripken was there. Ken Griffey Jr. was there. B.J. Surhoff, Caitlin Clark, the basketball player. They had so many people in the building, it didn't make no sense. But as always, man, if you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Maurice Savage Jr. If you can't find me on Facebook, I'm pretty sure you can find me on Instagram, I_am_ the Pharaoh. It's DB life or no life, baby.
Like I always say, man, make sure you be great on the way to the figure eight. Always. Always remember the hashtag KTSE. I'm your host, Justin P. And my MVP being our co Mr. Maurice Savage Jr. See y'all next week. Make sure y'all check in if they be talking. You can do that in like an hour or some change. And check out me and Shannon in about 10 minutes or so. Because basically got to hop off and switch to that. She's probably going to be on the week for me. Talking Ravens all day, every day. We're going to be recapping the Ravens game,
Mm-hmm.
giving out grades. So tune in for that. Like I said, love y'all guys. Enjoy the college games, enjoy the NFL games. We'll be back next week. We're going to talk some more stuff with y'all. We out.